Welcome back to the SatirEcho News Network. I'm Nat News.
And I'm Doreen Corey. Today in the news, we have a special investigative report on a new program being implemented in a local community where a YMCA hopes to get underprivileged youth off the streets.
The program, Underwater Basketweaving, is bringing children and their parents together through the joy of making a good basket. Now we go to Don's Sports Before with some live coverage.
This program started as a joke, but was eventually taken seriously by the lower North Side community. I have with me here Little Tyke, who is unaware that he's named after a brand of children's toys. How are you feeling about the competition today, Tyke?
For the record, the name Little Tyke strikes fear into the eyes of my enemies. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do not know what you are saying. May you please answer the question regarding the competition?
This competition is going great like all my competitions. This day is going great like all my days, and I'm doing wonderful like I always do. I'm just so glad that I have all my supporters out here to support me.
I'll only love you if you win!
It's just so nice to be surrounded by this positivity. I'd like to thank God and my Aunt Susan.
Well, Little Tyke seems to be a dirty liar, because we have footage of Little Tyke earlier today, and it was not, as he says, great.
I'm here now with Little Tyke's dad, who may or may not be a helicopter parent.
My son is a perfectly strong individual. That footage was clearly doctored and photoshopped.
Now, were you aiming to be a professional basket weaver in your youth?
Now, actually, I'd performed every other sport besides that. They called me Putsy Brent and Brent the Destroyer. But not because I was destroying the competition, because I was actually destroying our chance at states. However, I did do varsity disc golf, but I ended up getting injured. Big injury on my self-esteem. I mean, hamstring. And I just hope my son does well.
Oh, okay then. So what encouraged you and Little Tyke to try your hand in the subtle art of basket weaving?
Well, you see, ever since the divorce, I hope you're watching this, Lorraine. I haven't had much time, so I need to spend all my extra time bonding with him over some basket weaving. See, my son Tyler, that's his real name, I'm not sure if he's really my biological son. Before she left, Lorraine never gave that to me. So, through this extra bonding time, I think I found out that we have the same lips, eyes, and nose. But Lorraine always did like gingers. It's so hard to tell.
Yes, indeed. It is very hard to tell them apart. Now, I can sense some deep-seated trauma here, but can we, if I may, can we go back to the more relevant subject at hand? How do you foresee the competition going for your son?
Well, he's on a strict paleo diet, and we've been putting him through a lot of rigorous training, so I think he's ready. I think he can make it to states.
Wow, so I see. So what an intensive workout routine you have for your son. You must be very proud of all the progress that he's made.
Somewhat. But if he doesn't win, he's getting in the shame box.
I'm sorry, the shame box?
Yeah, it's where he lives when he loses a competition. He gets a week's worth of goldfish and a box of Kleenex to dry his tears. He gets to come back inside, though, after he gets his game face back.
Well, on that note, back to you, Nat and Doreen.
Well, it seems we have a case of classical conditioning here for our little basket weavers. What a great way to whip your little competitor into shape.
Oh my goodness, are we supposed to act okay with this? I know that the network just wants us to sweep everything under the rug, but I'm starting to think that this is not actually okay.
Just keep on smiling like the network wants us to. Now on to some stories before we head back to the competition.
Okay. Today in the news, archaeologists have discovered the common ancestor of today's smartphone.
This species of phone, referred to as the landline phone, shares common characteristics of today's phone. However, this one has a tail that limits it to the kitchen, where teens will be forced to talk to their sweethearts while their mother listens. This piece of ancient history was unearthed in the back parking lot outside a Waffle House.
A new medication to help men over 30 by accelerating the balding process has been recalled due to nobody wanting it. We wish this terrible idea the best of luck.
In other news, social media has effectively released a ban on the posting of inspirational quotes. These posts have become so ineffective that after scrolling through 30 uplifting messages, people have begun to do less than they were before. Facebook aunts, Pinterest moms, and emotional teens have been warned.
Now we'll check back with Don Sports before to see how that child has survived his underwater basket weaving competition.
Oh, my breathing failure! No one ever interrupt me! Why do bad things happen to good people?
Well, thank you for tuning in to this special investigative report. I've been Don Sports before, signing off.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I've been Hot News.
And I've been Doreen Corrigan. We'll see you for tomorrow's news from a devoted team, only here on the SatirEcho News Network.